everybody's doing well. So we're going to take a look and see who is coming towards you. Real quick before I get started, I wanted to let y'all know that I am back open up to personal readings. George is still in the hospital, but he is doing better. They're kind of observing him, so I have high hopes that he's going to be fine. And yeah, so we're hoping and praying for the best, and I feel better, and I feel like I can get back to what I need to do for you guys, and so I'm ready. So if you're interested in a personal reading from me, information for that is down below in the description box. If you've reached out to me, I have had 2 people that their messages went to my spam for whatever reason. That just happens sometimes. So if that does happen and you don't hear from me, you can just shoot me another email, or I'll kind of be, more diligent about going to my spam folder and checking that. That hasn't happened in a long time. So, but anyway, so whatever the circumstance, I will email you back. It just may take a little bit longer than the timeline that I have on there, just simply because I got so far backed up. But that being said, okay, guys. So, and also for those of you that are friends of mine, that I know more on a personal level, if y'all have reached out to me via text or Instagram or, Facebook message or whatever that is, make sure that you also email me just in case I may have possibly forgot, okay? That happens. I have 3 kids. Every time I feel like I have a child, my brain partially leaves my body. So, okay, with that being said, so we're going to do who's coming towards you. And we're going to start each pile with the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracles. And it's kind of going to give us an overall look about where you are and possibly what you could expect of who's coming towards you. Any advice we can get from this. I'm going to pull everything I can from this card, okay? From the beginning of your reading to the middle to the end. Okay, well, this is exciting and ready to be used. Okay, so let's give this a quick shuffle. Okay, here we go. So, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. So pile 1, y'all have, you are the truth seeker. You are the truth seeker. Awakening, actualization, transcending. How can you invite more grace to guide you? This is the number 39. Okay. Pile 2, y'all have number 10. Out of the woods, you've made it through. What newness is emerging? Okay. So some of y'all may relate to some of these messages of where you are right now. Pile 3, number 14. Forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? Okay. And pile 4. Y'all have number 13. Breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? Interesting. Okay, so hopefully that is right. I have a little bit of OCD. It kicks in from time to time. Okay, so there's always the meditation after the intro. And if you need to stop it, you can. If you're having a hard time picking a pile, you can kind of close your eyes, meditate, set your intentions. Whatever I need to hear from my highest good. And there could be a message, or there's lots of different kinds of images here. You may have been seeing signs or synchronicities of something. Or a phrase, perhaps. Or you just maybe just tune in, and then all of a sudden you're just drawn right into one of these piles. So however you choose a pile is completely up to you and your intuition. And Remember, these are all general readings, so not everything in this story may fit with your circumstance. I am going to get some characteristics about the individual who's coming towards you, so that will be helpful. You may or may not know this person. Also, keep an open mind. This could be a message of someone that is close to you, and it's perhaps their experience. So if they are to contact you and say, hey, I ran into so-and-so, and you're like, you know what, I just got a reading the other day. This story sounds very familiar. Maybe you learned something from the reading where you can get some advice or some helpful information to kind of share. And never let a reading take from you. If you start to feel any kind of certain way, always remember that you are in control of the reading. You are the one that's here on this YouTube video, and you have the ability to click off at any time. So keep that in mind, okay? Use your own discernment. And yeah, and that's it. So everything that you need is in the timestamps down below, and I will see you at your call. Hey, Pile 1. So if you chose number 39, you are the truth seeker, awakening, actualization, transcending. How can you invite more grace to guide you? So for some of you, I think that you may have been in a place to where you've been seeking knowledge, seeking truth about perhaps a particular situation. Number 39 could be relevant here, but I think that you've kind of been more so in like a hangman energy, to where you've been in deep thought. You've looked at things from every angle that you can possibly look at, and you're at a point to where you're kind of needing to come out of that and awaken to the truth that you at least have, so that you can transcend, so that you can move forward. And it's, inviting grace into the situation and just moving forward, or allowing it to guide you through. So mentally, this could be in a particular place that you are at this time, but we are talking about who is coming towards you. So it makes me wonder if this is the reason that this is being brought up, is because whatever truth that you may perhaps be seeking is what may end up seeking you or finding you through someone else. Okay, so we're going to use the characteristic cards to see if we can figure out who this person is first that's coming towards you, and then we'll figure out what they want, and then we'll get into the tarot to see what's going to happen. Okay, so first, who is this person? This person that's coming towards pile 1. How can you describe this person coming towards pile 1? Whoa. Did y'all see that? Lately, these cards have been super aggressive. Okay, so we have chef here. So this could be somebody that could be a chef. This could be somebody that likes to cook. This could be somebody that is good at cooking up a story, maybe. So it could be somebody that's into culinary arts or something like that. Who is this person? I keep flying right over there, huh? Challenger, seeker of adventures. So this is somebody here that likes a good challenge. This is somebody that's goal-oriented. Somebody that could be an adventure seeker. They like to be motivated by something. One more. Who this person is. Can you help us? A vendor. Merchant, retailer, individual entrepreneur. So this could be somebody that they sell something. This could be someone that is in retail, perhaps. Or this could be someone that's trying to be an entrepreneur, like in an individual type of way, where they have something that particular that they're selling. Okay. So hopefully that helps somewhat for y'all to understand who this is. Okay, so now we're going to get a few oracles to... Gambler is at the bottom of the deck. And in my head, I was like, I don't need to look at the bottom. And then it was like, no. But it says risk taker of fate. This may be something that this is someone that kind of hides. This is like the hidden factor in this person, hidden part of their character is that they may have some kind of, they may be a gambler, they may be a risk taker. They could have a lot of debt. This is someone that could have an addiction issue, someone that is, they have some sort of bad habits here. Of course, don't we all, but I mean, this has to do with somebody that maybe is a gambler, somebody that likes to gamble, or they could even have a gambling addiction of some sort, or just a lot of debt. Especially if they're like a risk taker, if there's someone that likes a challenge or takes on a lot. That can lead to a lot of, risk can lead to a lot of circumstances where you would find yourself in debt or things of that nature. But I think this is something that maybe you picked up on with this person, being that you're the truth seeker here. Okay. What does this person want? What does this person want with pile 1? Why are they coming towards pile 1? A loyal companion. They want a loyal companion. This is someone that wants someone by their side, or someone that they have some sense of protection with, someone that they feel like they can trust. This is someone that may have to have that companion by them. They want a companion even. This is someone that they want to have, that cares about them, cares for them. Miss Winter stuck. This person may feel like that they feel very cold or isolated, like they've had some setbacks. This just feels like somebody missing that companion, missing someone that's loyal or there, or they can rely or depend on, because of maybe perhaps where they are or how they feel, Not so much in a codependent way. It's just like, when you're at a loss, or when you're in a not a good place, or you feel kind of isolated in a certain way, you start to, you want that, or you would enjoy having that emotional support. This is kind of like what I'm seeing here. Then you also have the spiritual death. So this could be somebody, I feel like, that is down and out, or could be just experiencing some kind of dark night of the soul. With this gambling here, it could be that they're, this is like this is like they're being, it won't come out, reprimanded for, no, is that it? Anyway, they're going through some sort of spiritual death, which means basically that they're being stripped from things and at a low point in order to kind of build themselves back up. When it comes to their understanding of themselves, this could be even physically around them, going through some sense of self-discovery about who they are. When we're in that place where it would feel good to have someone next to us to be able to give us a hug or pat us on the back, or help us to recover, from a certain place. This is what I'm feeling here. And yeah, nature calls. This is like someone that feels like that you could be someone that's very grounding, to help keep them grounded, centered. Help nurture them. So who is this person? This could be friend, family member, loved one, someone you've been in a relationship with. You have manifestation here. So this is someone here that's maybe trying to manifest something here with you. This is someone that's thinking about you, trying to manifest something. I don't know if they know for sure that they're really doing this. I think just the thought of you is coming to mind, and they might not be realizing what they're doing, that they're manifesting. I always see her looking at the book, and she has the wand, but she has her back turned. She doesn't even see that there's three skeletons behind her. It's like she's summoned them up and she doesn't even know they're there. Like she doesn't realize it. It's like this person, they're kind of summoning you in a way, you know, not to say that they have control or anything over you. It's just a manifestation. This is like a feeling that this person has, and you're the person that comes to mind when they feel a particular way. You see? Okay, so let's get some, let's figure out what's going to happen here. Yeah, you have the Fool and the Three of Pentacles. So there's 3 skeletons, 3 of Pentacles. I think this is somebody that wants to take a chance. They want to try to work with you, work something out, work together, commit with that loyal companion. Someone that still feels some kind of loyalty to you. There may have been some kind of setback here with this person at some point. Just saw the 8 of Wands in reverse, and then you have that Miss Winter there with delays and setbacks. Or this person's experiencing some sort of setback. There could have been some communication that set something back. What's going to happen here when this person that's coming towards... This person coming towards pile 1, what's going to happen? This is the Neroteric Feminine Tarot. What's going to happen? King of Swords. So this is King of Swords here is Aquarius energy. This would be somebody either coming towards you with some sort of communication or truth. Someone wanting to have a balance the situation out, be logical, have a conversation. Someone's been thinking a lot. 10 of Pentacles. This has to do with finances, family, foundations, long-term potential. The Moon. This is that stuck energy. This is being kind of lost, confused, or afraid. Pisces, Cancer. You do have that 3 of Swords right underneath that spiritual death. So yeah, this is someone that is going through some pain of an experience, right? It's like everything's kind of caving in or sinking in, and they're reliving or rethinking a lot of actions, a lot of communication, a lot of thoughts are passing through their head that are causing some kind of pain. The Sun in reverse. This is about not knowing, being in the unknown, again, like the Moon, but more importantly, not knowing the truth, not seeing things clearly, not knowing. And it has to do with this grounded energy. So not knowing what the truth is, and that truth seeker is something that's there. You may have been manifesting a truth when not realizing it. And you may be in a place to where you finally kind of released it or let it go, like we talked about here. You know, let it grow with grace. And so you may actually be both in the same kind of manifestation energy when it comes to your thoughts on this, where one is in an allowing energy and the other one is in an action-oriented energy. Why is the King of Swords here? This person wants to talk about like decisions that were made and why. If you have this person blocked, they don't want to be. You have that 2 of Swords in reverse. I think this person's also kind of indecisive about this, about communication, about the truth, about what choice to make. 10 of Pentacles. Oof. 10 of Swords. There's been a lot of pain here. You have 2 of the most significant painful cards on the table. You have the 10 of Swords and you have the 3 of Swords. We don't have death out here, but I do feel like that kind of energy, besides this spiritual death that's here, is also kind of representing that card of death, transformation, Scorpio energy, life and death, you know, an ending that leads to a new beginning. But all you see here is an ending and being indecisive or a decision around that. This is like making sense or allowing, this has something to do with protection. Somebody may felt like they were protecting you in some sort of way. Why is the moon here? Look at that. Queen of Swords in the reverse. Someone feels like you don't know. Either you don't know the truth, or that they don't know, they don't understand why. This is someone that could be insinuating being indecisive. Give me one more for the Two of Swords. It's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Not having any other choice. When it comes to communication or action, not having any other choice. An ending here. This is like a foundation ending. Like, this is big. This is like a betrayal, significant betrayal, foundation ending. Someone feeling this way. This is like longevity. You know, there's a lot of time that's gone into this, a lot of time that's here on the table between two people here. This is, you know, your divine counterpart out with this Queen of Swords, Libra energy, Pisces, Cancer there with the moon. But in reverse, the Queen of Swords is very cold, cut off, just like Miss Winter here. Very cold and cut off. And it's because of fear or being in the unknown or not knowing the truth. Why is the Three of Swords here? I pulled two cards. I pulled the Page of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. This can be an apology with the Page of Cups. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse is someone that's being impatient, doesn't have the ability to invest, can't see the long term, can't see it being worth anything. This Three of Swords is telling me there's basically someone here that when they look at the time and energy that's put into something, or they think about the long term, it brings this heartbreak or sadness. And it has to do with this Page of Cups. So this could be a child for some of you, but this is also just representing like compassion, feeling empathy, because of the time and energy someone here has put into something, it causes this pain. It's almost like memories. You know, it's like memories. This can also be like something that only leads to this heartbreak here, right? Leo energy here with the Sun. It's funny that you have the Sun in nurture, but it's in reverse. You know, it's like you're not getting the right truth, or this is like somebody that feels like you're not getting the honest truth. You're not getting the right truth. Whatever you have in your mindset or grounded here is this truth seeker. It's not the right truth. It's almost like the sun, too much sun can burn you. You know, too much sun can burn the flowers. And it's like you've gotten, I feel like somebody doesn't feel like that you're seeing something in the right way. But why is the Sun here in reverse? Yeah, the Magician. There it is. That manifestation is there. This is someone that wants to ground the truth, wants to ground an understanding. They feel like that you're not seeing things clearly. And it's bothering this person. It's bothering this person because of the time and energy that they put into something here. It has changed them in a certain way. It's almost too like somebody has looked far enough into the future to realize that without this, there you go, without this acknowledgement of this truth or clarity, that it could actually affect the long term in such a negative way. That's the only reason that they're in this King of Swords, because they're thinking about it kind of logically in that sense. Trying to not be like, if, not trying to be emotional here, even though that's here because of the pain that's here, it's not actually being acknowledged. This person feels as if they didn't have any options, or they didn't have, like, I don't know if you block this person, this Two of Swords in reverse, but they feel like they had no other options. So something did come to an end here with this loyal companion. But the thing is that the reason it's throwing me off here, because the Ten of Pentacles is here with the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Pentacles is still upright. So this person, I feel like, is coming in trying to convince you of this Ten of Swords, not seeing it for what it is, or not seeing it clearly. I think this is someone here that feels as if they've been loyal to you in some way, shape, or form, or that they, that they love you, or that they care about you. But the reason that all this is coming into play is because this person is someone that feels they're going through something here with this spiritual death, and it hurts. It's like almost like this person's kind of discovering certain things about themselves. Maybe about their shadow side to themselves. What is it? Can you tell me what that is? It's the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. That has to do with, I think there's something to do with this person only getting to a certain point, or they feel like they can only get to a certain point, or this can be like self-sabotage here with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, look at that. It's the Five of Pentacles. This person, yeah, this is self-sabotage. Like, if I could have any cards to show me what that would be. The Eight of Pentacles is like putting effort into something, processing something, working on something, building something, putting work into it, In reverse, it's either you take a step back, and you end up in the Five of Pentacles, which is out in the cold. So that's self-sabotage to me. But the other thing is that also that Miss Winter is a delay and setback, which we talked about here. We'll get to more in a minute. But that Eight of Pentacles in reverse can look like that as well. It's like taking a break or taking a step back. It's like in this process of this break or step back, that Five of Pentacles has showed up, which is a feeling of lack, which is a feeling of loneliness, missing, feeling alone, isolated. Same thing we talked about with the cold with Miss Winter. Boy, when you're cold to this person, they feel it. I can tell you that for sure. With that Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Moon. Yeah, the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands to represent, that's the wounded warrior. So definitely this person, this isn't someone that they like, when they feel a chill to you, they feel it for sure. So how have you treated this person? Because that tells me that there's been a very warm, loving energy. Because without the warmness, you wouldn't feel the cold so much so, right? Why is how does this person, how does this person really see you, though? How does this person see you as a person? How does this person see you? Six of Cups. Soulmate energy. That's a soulmate. I mean, this person sees you as a kindred spirit, or just a soulmate, or you have I think there's been a lot of longevity here. You may have known this person for a long time. They see you as this could be like seeing someone as innocent or loving or sweet, or, like you have good memories with this person. You share a good friendship with this person. This, out of all cards for someone, how they see you, that card I feel like is the best to me, because it's all the good stuff. It's all the good memories. It's all that. It's also about friendship and forgiveness, because in that card normally it's the boy handing the girl the flowers. It can represent forgiveness because of the Six of Cups, because of the history. You know, the Six of Cups is about memories from happy, fun, good memories. So that's why the forgiveness is there. That's what the Six of Cups is. That's how this person sees you. Which is so interesting that that came out like that. Okay. How are you going to react to this person? How are you going to react to this person? How is this pile one going to react initially? Eight of Wands. We have a lot to say. The Eight of Cups. That's interesting. Give me one more. The eights are about actions. Taking action. The eighth house, we talked about that in the 9. I think that you'll be ready to communicate here with this Eight of Swords, but it's very fast communication. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So it's like saying what you need to say and then walking away. That's what it kind of looks like. With that Nine of Pentacles is like feeling satisfied with that, feeling happy with the way things are or way things transpire when you have this communication. It's not in reverse, so I don't feel like that it's bad. It seems like you just have this conversation and then you kind of emotionally detach from whatever this is. Not that you're detaching from this person, it's just the emotional experience of whatever it was. It was just like, almost like you're just waiting for this. That's what it feels like. Like you are waiting for it, aren't you? Because you have this awakening, the truth seeker. Invite more grace to guide you. You know at this point, the only position that you're in, or you could be in, was allowing grace to kind of take over the situation. So you're at peace with this. And look, you almost have all of you have the Wands, the Cups, the Pentacles. You're just missing the Swords. Tell me about that Eight of Wands for how you react to this person. The Three of Cups. Yeah, you're open here with this. Okay. If you're not, in these readings, it's take it or leave it. You know, it is or isn't your reading. And you may not feel this way right now, but I feel like, well, I mean, what the cards are telling me is the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands is reunion. That is a friendship that's coming together and communication and it's like you were just waiting for this, like you're prepared or you're ready or you already have you already know what you're going to say or have an understanding of the situation enough to know how you're going to handle it. You don't stick around in any kind of hurt or upset feelings. Eight of Cups. The Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is making amends. Okay, so you walk away from whatever this conflict was. Like I'm not trying to downgrade this. Like it's not a big thing. It is. But I think you've already peeled back that onion all the way to the middle. You know, you can't peel back any more of this. And your understanding and how you feel. I think you were prepared. Or you already had your mind kind of made up to where if this person returns, you already know how you're going to handle it. And so that's just what you do. This is about making amends when it comes to conflict and then walking away from whatever this conflict was. And then the Nine of Pentacles. It is independent, you know, the Nine of Pentacles. So individually, you feel satisfied with this making amends and moving forward. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, the Two of Pentacles. This, what it does is it brings balance back to you. Even, I'm not saying that you aren't in balance. You are, like I said, but you're the open energy. You're allowing to whatever unfolds, right? So what it does is it independently puts you in a place to where you feel okay, you feel good, you feel balanced. How do you move forward from here? The Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Four of Wands in reverse. You don't necessarily take any kind of action around a union with this person or coming together with this person and or having some kind of, you know, full reunion in any way with this person. I don't think you're not taking any kind of action around any of that. It just has to do with making amends and making peace and balance with it, you know. You're still in this energy of just allowing it to be, but you just feel better about it. Yeah, 10 of Wands in the reverse. You don't feel like, you also make peace with the fact that you feel like it's not your responsibility to bring this back together or to bring this together. There's something else that's here too. I can't feel what it is. What is it that you feel like is not your responsibility in some way? The Seven of Swords in the reverse. Someone here has got themselves into a mess that they have to get out of. You're releasing responsibility of this person's lack of peace. That Seven of Swords is, and this also makes you feel like more at balance because it's the Seven of Swords is there. So that's kind of like someone doing something or trying to get away with something and not taking responsibility. This person even, you know, they may not, oh, sorry guys, they may not actually take full responsibility for their action in some kind of way, but whatever they're giving you, you feel is enough for you to be able to emotionally, like, okay, close that out and move forward. But I also feel like that this is kind of like saying actions. Somebody can't just be the Seven of Swords and then come back and say, nope, I'm not the Seven of Swords anymore. And it's in reverse. You know, I'm coming clean. This is who I am, blah, blah, blah. Without action. And I think with that Knight of Swords in reverse, it's like you'll believe it when you see it, but you're not pushing on it or anything like that, you know? You're just letting it be. You don't have any kind of expectation about this. You're just kind of in the moment of the experience. You're closing out what this Five of Swords was, the confusion or conflict. You're making peace with it. You're satisfied for whatever you get. And you're just allowing everything else to unfold the way that it's going to. Six of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. There may have been something here about a lack of equal give and take causing a lack of desire. Someone giving more than the other, causing a lack of desire, and then moving away, you know, transitioning or moving away because you don't have the same kind of desire that you once did because of the lack of equal give and take, whether that's because someone didn't want to, whatever the circumstance. It just wasn't balanced. It wasn't fair. And it created instability for something to be able to take off or to go or to grow, and a lack of desire because of that. So, of course, it transitioned into something different or someone decided to move away from it. You know, even in this process of this setback or this delay, this could be something that you've been thinking about. And that's why you're at such a peaceful place, is because you may be recognizing the desire's not the same because of the understanding of the lack of fairness or balance. Because here you've made peace with it, right? What about this person? What about this person after this? Just because I'm nosy. What about this person after this? Page of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords in the reverse. The Four of Swords. This person's going through something. They didn't learn something that they were supposed to learn. And it has to do with taking action, telling the truth, or something like that. Why the Page of Pentacles in reverse for this person in the future? The Two of Cups. They didn't learn something around this partnership relationship that they were supposed to learn. Around trust or loyalty. Page of Swords in the reverse. The Three of Wands. Something tells me there's a lesson here around this person and their communication, or what they say versus what they do, that they're learning some kind of lesson on. It may have to do with you, it may not. But there is this relationship here, so I feel like if you've been in a relationship with this person, that does have something to do with it. The Three of Wands can be like expectations. With the Page of Swords in reverse, it's like don't say something, basically don't write checks that you can't cash. That kind of energy's there. So don't say something that you can't play out, you know. Why the Four of Swords, though? Because this is about going into a place of where you're thinking, reevaluating, strength. Leo energy. I think this person goes within to try to, like, having to be emotionally strong and really look at, like, their shadow side. Really look at, like, this experience, I feel like, has shown this person the parts of their shadow side that they have a hard time, I guess, admitting to that they do. Could be part of that self-sabotage, you know. This is the lesson here for your person, or for this person, is strength, which means patience and internal strength and learning, you know, taking time, being prideful, you know, in a way of honoring your word, honoring yourself, you know, being disciplined. You have the Hermit here at the bottom of the deck in reverse, Virgo energy. There's that Six of Swords again. That Hermit is needing to do some introspection in order to change a situation, in order to transition or level up in some way. And that's what that's what this person is going to experience or go through. I think you're going to go into a place of where you have a period of peace, or you feel like you have everything that you need, even balance, you know. Let's see what this person would say to you if they could say anything. One more shuffle. You didn't see my tears as something that's there. I don't feel like that either. I feel like this person's very, see how he's very closed off. He's got his boxing gloves on. He's got his hands, he's busy, you know. And they both have an apron on. It's like this person, they try not to get caught up in the drama or the emotions, or like they can get very closed off. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. So that could have been part of this connection at some point. Or this person trying to, you know, say that at some point. You're not part of my plan. Yep. This could have been kind of supposed to be more of a physical connection that turned into something else. And this isn't what this person was planning to begin with. I know you're watching me, so if you are spying on this person, they feel like that, or they have knowledge of that even, They may just feel that way. They may just feel like you're keeping an eye on them. I don't really think you are. I think you're in a... You seem pretty balanced. Like you seem pretty just calm. Soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. Remember, that's how you came up when this person's thinking about you and what you're like to them. We have, I feel so drawn to you. And I want to tell you how I feel. I wish I had treated you better. And I am not available. I don't feel like this person, I feel like they feel like a soulmate, but I don't feel like they feel like they can be your soulmate. Does that make sense? For whatever reason that is. New love is at the bottom. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. So it could be that you and this person go into a different type of relationship even. You know, sometimes I see that card like that because of the recommitment to love. Like you're loving each other in a different type of way than you did before. Okay. Let's get some advice when it comes to this. Hold on. I just had a thought. I got to play it out. If there's any type of warning you should have with this, okay? I don't know why that just popped in my head, but I feel like that's something I need to look at. Is there any type of warning or anything that you need to leave about this person with pile 1? Now that came right out when I said that. Despair, number 32. This person's not in a good place. You see that sign back there says not hiring? That's the number 5. This person, I think they're going through a dark night of the soul. It's same colors as this card here. That dog keeps coming up too, may represent something to somebody. I've seen it here, Toto, here in this picture is the wolf. You have it at the, well, I hate to mess this up. I'm gonna though, because this 10 of Pentacles right here, you have these 2 dogs right here, and I was gonna say that looks like my golden doodles, but anyway, those are all representations of loyalty, and it was the first card that came out when we talked about what this person wants. So they are in a place of despair. This person, I'm telling you, that's what, remember that is something this person, I feel like this is something they feel like they really need. Whether it actually fully admit to that or not is, I mean, I don't know. And this person may have went to certain lengths to try to have this feeling. I think this person feels very alone, to be honest with you. But just be careful of that energy and knowing that about this person, not to fall too far into anything with them. You know, if you want to be there for this person, then I would say do that. But if, you know, you listen to your own intuition and what's right for you or good for you, but don't fall into this person's despair. You see what I'm saying? I think that's the warning here. Don't feel obligated or feel like you have to take responsibility for this person's like sadness or despair or whatever they're experiencing, because you can get sucked into that. And then you could start making unhealthy choices for yourself. Yeah, number 28, I already saw this once, expectation. So don't expect a lot from this person. I don't feel like they can give you a lot, to be honest with you. I don't feel like I feel like they're in despair of giving to themselves even, much less giving much to you. So don't put a high expectation on this person. At one point you may have, and that's why that's why we saw that there on the table like we did. I can't remember where I saw it, but bottom of the deck says family room, so definitely a discussion here. 21 is about the world. It's about traveling, distance, closure. And with that family room can be like a conversation. You see the male and the feminine here. I think you've kind of expected this. Again, that's why I think you're in that space that you are. I'm going to leave you with one more advice, and then we're going to get some initials. 2. We're going to have 2 now. We have Behind the Mask, number 41, and Doubtful Heart, number 72. Okay, let's see what they say. Behind the mask, things may be hidden from you. Make sure that you double check everything and be careful who you trust at this time. I would say be careful of this person and what they express to you, and don't expect a lot. You know, I think that there's things this person just doesn't want to tell you as well, like that they just don't want to tell you for whatever reason. So some of the stuff that this person says you may see as not being believable. I would just take everything with a grain of salt and just take it for what it is. Again, not expecting too much here from this person. Because again, you have 41 here, 32. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So next is 5, which is change. I feel like this person they're having a hard time admitting to themselves, you know, so they're going to have a really hard time doing that with you. Just keep that in mind. You have 42 here, or 72 here. Doubtful heart. You must resolve the doubt in your heart before you are able to move forward, because a doubtful heart will never believe. Sometimes you just have to figure out in your heart like how you feel about somebody and stop like questioning it in your head, just so you can have grace and peace and move forward. You know, finally coming to that conclusion of what something is and what you want to believe, and then believe that and just move forward for what it is. I think that's kind of what it's insinuating here. Okay, so let's get some initials to close. Okay, so first off, you have the astronaut, so that's definitely like having like an out of body experience, or just something that you never thought would happen, or it's very different from what you expected, you know. Be careful when it comes to, you know, exploring anything here with this. Pay attention to what you've already learned. You have the turtle, so take it slow, I would have to say, or go with the flow of this. Make sure that you protect yourself here with the shell. Have your boundaries, you know. You are worth it. Be a nice human. That wasn't very cash money of you. I think this person may have done something to you here that you feel like was not okay, but it's insinuating to still, you know, be graceful with yourself and still be nice. Don't let this make you out to be someone you're not, you know. Stress less, smile more. In other words, don't let the bitter create a part of your character that you aren't, you know. Feeling good like I should. Life's what you make it. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier with the believing what you want to believe here. We have, this can be an M or a W actually. We have a D and a T. Or an M. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it here. That's all I got. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Paul 2. So y'all chose the number 10. It says, out of the woods, you've made it through. What newness is emerging? So this could be actually a new person that's coming toward you because of what this card says. But real quick, before we actually started your reading, I actually got kind of like lost in a trance. It was like, I just all of a sudden was just like dazed out right after I looked at this card. So I don't know why I want to say this, and I don't know why I'm getting this from that, but there's something here about deja vu, and I feel like if this is someone new, you may be meeting this person, it may feel like, so sorry, it may feel like deja vu, kind of like what just happened and that falling in the floor. Like it jolts you in a way, you know, where you get kind of caught into like a trance, you know, and you're like, whoa, this feels really weird. Like, and it may not be someone new, but it could just be like you feel like you've been, when this person comes towards you, it's an experience that you just feel like you dreamt of or something. Out of the woods, you've made it through. What newness is emerging? So it's whenever she, you know, she's standing here like she is in this white dress, which is about purity and newness and cleansing, you know, but the woods are behind her. So like it says, out of the woods. So it's almost like you're in the process right now, perhaps closing a cycle, or you've just closed a cycle. You've put something behind you. When this comes towards you, when this person comes towards you. Okay, so let's figure out who this is. This is the characteristic cards, and we're going to use those to pick just a few out to see if we can figure out who this is through that. And then we're going to look at with some of the Twin Flame Audi Oracles to see what exactly this person is wanting, and then we'll get the tarot to find out what's going to happen, okay? So first off, how can we know who this is? How does Pile 2 know who this is? What kind of characteristics does this person have? It's coming towards them. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. What are we getting ourselves into? You have betrayal and clown that's just popped out. Oh my gosh, I feel like you're getting thrown out of the frying pan into the fire. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like. Out of the woods. You've made it through. Let's see. Let's test them right off the bat. That's what Spirit says. They've made it through the woods. Before they go anywhere, let's give them one more test and see what happens. I'm sorry. This is the way this is coming out. These cards are very, like, you know, clear. You can't really see a lot around them. I feel like there's somebody here that you're going to be looking at this person and feeling like you're going to like identify with this person. This may be somebody new, and it's just like right off the bat, you're like, no. Like you see this person's performance. You see this person is wearing a mask here. You feel like this is someone that is disloyal, deceitful. Yeah, and this could be friend, guys. This doesn't have to be somebody, you know, it's a love. You don't trust whoever this is that's coming towards you. This is how you know who this is. You feel like that you don't trust them. You may even not know why. You're like, I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm telling you, I do. I'm just keeping my guard up here. I just feel like that there's definitely something about this person that I just do not trust. Like I can't. My intuition is just all over it, you know. Especially if you've just gotten through something where you learned a long, hard lesson about trust and loyalty, and, you know, someone may have manipulated you in some way. It's the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is mother. For some of y'all, this could be a mother. For some of you, this could be someone that is a mother, or you feel like that they are someone that comes across as being very nurturing, very comforting, very supportive. I really feel like for some of you, this may be your mother. You're seeing something here about this person that you haven't seen before. You feel betrayed in some way. This is someone that may just try to come across in this energy, you know, of this motherly energy. Very, again, loving and nurturing. Okay. I just don't feel like that it's who they are, though. And I think that it comes across as not, it comes across to you as, it kind of rubs you the wrong way. Something here, if this is actually your mother, then you feel like they're hiding something here from you. You feel like you can't trust them to tell them something, perhaps something you've been through. Like you just feel like you're starting to see them in a different way, a different side to them, and it's or something like that. This is going to be interesting. Oh man. Okay. Let's keep going. We're going to look at this twin flame Audi oracles, and this is going to tell us what this person wants. Okay, what does this person want? You don't trust this person. 100%. I feel like you may not be able to put your finger on it, but you do not trust this person. It's almost like they come across as too giving, too loving, too caring, too nurturing. It may even come across as too nosy or nosy. This is interesting. What does this person want with pile 2 that's coming towards pile 2? What do they want? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. These cards are unbelievably just connect, just go together. You have trick or treat here. Playing games, not serious, unsure of their intentions. This is someone you're unsure what their intentions are here. You have the young, so you most definitely, this could be your mother. For some of you, there's 2 cards here with a mother and a child on there. And then you have soul family. I feel like your intuition is on point with this person. One more. What does this person want? I'm scared to turn this over. The final dance, last chance, all or nothing, not playing games. Playing games, not playing games. Soul family, children. And then cleanup crew is at the bottom. Oh my gosh. You know what I feel? I feel like this is like negative emotions. I am telling you 100%, this is somebody's story. This feels like a mother that's coming back in, trying to clean up some sort of negative emotions that you have with them for whatever reason. But they're coming in a way where you don't trust them. You feel like they're wearing a mask. You feel like they're playing games. You're not sure of their intentions here. I don't know what is going on here, what kind of family dynamic that you're in. If this is not a mother, then this is definitely like someone that's close to you. You feel like this person is coming across very nurturing and supportive, motherly-like, but you feel like they're not loyal, and you feel like that and this could be your mother, but you feel like that they're wearing a mask here. They're putting on a performance, basically, to try to, I think honestly that they're trying to get something out of you. I don't know if that has to do with negative emotions. But I feel like that they see you as being somewhat naive, innocent, naive. I mean, this to me is like feeling like, you know, that family energy of where even though you have this connection with this person and they're your blood, they're still, you see them as not being a good person, or you're starting to see them as maybe they betrayed you and they're not a good person, you know? And it's like you're very guarded around it and you can see straight through this person in a way, or you're starting to. And you feel like you're starting to get like these negative emotions about this person and the choices that they're making, because you can see that this person is like playing games with you in some way. Like their intentions are not great. And they're looking at you like you are naive or just young or ignorant to this in some way. And or that you are part of their family in some way. So you're kind of committed to them or bound to them, or that you'll allow for things or let things go or slide. And I think that they're kind of making themselves out to be where they're not doing anything intentionally, but they are. Okay, I can't wait to get the tarot. I can't wait. I hope that made sense. I am going to go back through that. Obviously, after the, you know, the end of the reading, I always kind of go back through it and tell you what exactly, you know, I'm seeing word from word. But I have to work my way through all the details and everything else. This is the, hold on, sitting on my charms, starting to hurt me. The Cosmic Slumber Tarot. You may have been thinking about this with this person or starting to see certain things. You know when you like, let's just say somebody close to you does something and you're like, it's a part of their character that you see that you just can't unsee. And it makes you feel kind of guarded. Makes you kind of think about every time they say something or do something. Are they playing games with me? You know, like, I think that's kind of the energy you're in, and you're starting to see this a little bit more and more. Now, this person's coming towards you because I think that they are technically trying to play you in some kind of way. They think that you're innocent. They think that you're naive even. And they also feel like that you'll kind of fall into line with them. Like you have some kind of loyalty to them in some sense, where you won't see this as them playing some kind of game with you. I think you're in a very different energy. I don't think this person is expecting what they're about to get from you, the energy they're going to get from you. As I say that, we have the Emperor here. Okay. What's going to happen here when this person comes towards pile 2? Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's that side to you I feel like they're not going to like. Queen of Torches in the reverse is Queen of Wands in the reverse. Sagittarius for me. You have the Six of Swords here in reverse. This is like somebody trying to clean up something that was said, you know, like, or the way that you may see them, or you've seen something, they know you've seen something. And they're trying to cover it up in some way. It's kind of such a weird feeling. That Six of Swords in reverse with Trick or Treat. I mean, Six of Swords is somebody coming back around, coming back. This could be somebody that could be jealous of you, someone that you feel like doesn't have the best of intentions with you. Like basically, you just do not trust this person. I mean, and yeah, they have intentions. They do have intentions, but I don't think the intentions are for your highest good. But you recognize that. The Lovers in reverse just came out. Just Gemini energy. you don't agree with this person. You may just be realizing this too. Like you don't agree with how this person is or doing things, or you just don't agree with this person. You're not in alignment with them. You're different. The way you see things is different. You may just be starting to realize this. I think for some of you, this is like a mother that, or someone around you, even it could be a friend, that you are just guarded because you see certain things in this person that are huge red flags. When you start to, like when we're little, we see our parents in a certain way. As we get older, we start to like see more of them as a person and not just our parent, This is what this kind of feels like. It's like you're starting to see your mother in a way of where more like a person instead of just a parent. And it's harsh because I think that you're starting to identify with some manipulation and how perhaps they may see you, and they may be looking at you like you're innocent or naive, or you're agreeable, like you're easy to convince in some way. And that, I think, is where the negative emotions is coming from. If that makes sense. Why is the soul family here? Why is the soul family here? The Three of Torches in the reverse. They feel like you have a certain commitment to them again, but this isn't what you want. Like, this isn't the route that you want to take. You don't feel connected to this individual like maybe you once did, or you just don't feel connected to them. Like, I feel like this feels kind of out of body, like, I can't believe I'm seeing this person in the way that I'm seeing them. Like, I never realized or acknowledged this about them. And it's harsh. Look at that, the Tower. There's something here that I feel like is going to happen where you kind of show this person that you're not playing. Like, you're not playing games. You aren't naive. You do have your own realizations in your own mind, in your own truth. There's something significant here. I feel like you're the one that's causing this tower to kind of fall. I don't know if it's something that you say or do, or it just happens. Tell me about Queen of Torches. You stand up to somebody. This is starting to feel like a feeling of you standing up to somebody. Why is the Queen of Torches here in reverse? Yeah, the High Priestess in reverse. This person has been revealed to you in a big way. If not yet, this is what's coming. Their mask, I feel like, is about to fall off. This doesn't have to be a mother, right? But I do feel like it is someone that you have a close connection with, someone that you've known long enough for them to know you enough to feel like that you are naive in some way. Pisces, did I say that? Six of Swords in the reverse. Look at that. Three of Cups. The threes are relevant. 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. 3 hands here. 3 people in this card. 3 swords on each side. With this 3 of Cups that's here. This is like when there's unfinished business, returning to something. This could be like someone that does this around others, you know, or this could be like a coming back around, or having a get together, or a reunion, or a friendship, or conversation. A conversation being had. A lot of this has to do with communication. Tell me about that three of the lovers. Oh my gosh, it's a 3. You may have been seeing 333 perhaps. Your card was a 10 here, which you have the final dance in the Tower. This is almost like your final dance with this person in whatever experience this is. Like, I feel like after this is kind of like, this is you kind of letting out all these negative emotions that are here, and kind of cleaning this up in like one big swift swoop. You know, the 3 of Pentacles in reverse, the Lovers, is again not being on the same terms with somebody, not agreeing, not getting along, not working something out, not being able to work together, because you have different beliefs about a situation. You may have always like just fell in line with this person, or just kind of like dealt with this person, or just went along with what they said. And something here has just like been shown to you in a big way about their shadow side. Queen of Torches in reverse. Tell me more about that. The 8 of Torches in reverse. This could have been about how quickly this person did something, or communication. Give me one more for that. The 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Telling someone something, how quickly they just told someone something. This can be like gossip or whatever, you know. Not everybody's story, but this could be how quickly, or how, like, this can be like news traveling fast, right? But the 4 of Pentacles in reverse is like, yeah, I feel like for some of you, this has to do, somebody told someone something quickly, like, the 4 of Torches. It's like an event, a get-together, telling someone about something. I keep hearing in my head, too, is like, you know about that? Or how do you know about that? Or, you know what I mean? Like, the 4 of Torches. Okay, anyway, I'm going to move on. I can be stuck on that forever. Why is the 3 of Torches here in reverse? But whatever it is, it gave you a reason not to trust this person, okay? So let's just leave it at that. You have a Star in reverse. Okay, that's Aquarius energy. And with that 3 of Torches in reverse, the Star in Soul Family, I mean, I think that you've lost hope with this person. I don't think you feel like you can trust this person at all. But what happens is, I think that this is like out in the open, like this is being confronted because of this person's return in some way, or some kind of get together or experience that you have. This is like a reunion in a way, but then not being on the same page with this person, not being able to work something out, losing hope in this situation. The Tower is here. What's the Tower? The King of Cups in reverse. Scorpio energy. Give me one more for that. Both of those are Scorpio, actually. I don't know if I said that. The Eight of Cups. This is those negative emotions. I feel like the reaction that this person has here, their emotional reaction that they have, this is what this is about you walking away. This is someone that's not reliable, someone that's not stable, someone that you can't trust, someone that is codependent in a way. You know, they don't have control of their own desires or emotions, or they could be manipulative emotionally. And so I feel like you're getting away from this person. Who is this person to you? Oh, that came right over. We have the Moon. Well, Pisces, Cancer. Again, I think there's some things that are being revealed to you about this person. But the Moon being here, this is like an illusion. This person, like you feel like you were deceived, or this person just wasn't who you thought they were, you know, even if it is apparent, unfortunately. I think you may have been hoping for a future or hoping for the best, but I feel like that's going to be kind of a big letdown. And you have this wake-up call here, like this is the final chance. This won't happen anymore. Like there's this realization and understanding around that, this not happening anymore. And just because this is a mother energy does not mean that it has to be a feminine. It can be a masculine that's trying to be in this nurturing, loving energy, and that might be why they're coming across as being manipulative. With that King of Cups being in reverse, I felt like I needed to point that out. How are you seeing this person? You see this person as confusing. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse. You feel like you'll just never know the truth about this person. Or again, that's a card of not being able to trust the situation, this person. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You feel like this is someone that's not good for you. You may feel like this is someone that would just take from you. You don't feel comfortable around this person. The Moon. The Two of Cups. You feel like the whole like relationship in some way is somewhat of an illusion, like because you're starting to see the things that you are. You don't know if you can trust this. I don't think that you can. I don't think you feel like you can. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah. It's the Princess of Torches, which is the Page of Wands. You feel like you cannot believe this person for what they say or their word. Like they're confusing. They don't make sense. You may feel like this person lies. Like they lie a lot. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. I think that's what happens here. Something's revealed to you in a way. You catch this person in some sort of a lie, or something doesn't add up or make sense. That's what you see in them that makes you start to unlock that door of wonder, to where you're wondering. Now I'm wondering what this person's lied to me about. Now I'm wondering what they're really doing. Now I'm wondering what they mean by certain things. Like all the things you didn't think about because you just trust this person, you felt comfortable with them. See, it opens the door up to that moon. That moon is opening the door up to what are all the things that you can't see or you don't know. You start to question everything. That's what you see here. Why is the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse for how you see this person? The Seven of Cups. That is being emotionally confused. Being in a place to where, again, that wonder. not knowing what's up from down, not knowing what's real, what's right, what's wrong, now you're second guessing everything with this person. You really have your guard up here. What's going to happen here moving forward? There's some sort of a tower moment here where you kind of stand up for yourself and you detach or walk away from the negative feelings. That's going to look a little different for everybody, how you handle that. But it is a tower moment. And it has to do with this realization that you need to basically make a healthy choice here. What's going to happen here when it comes to this person after this tower moment moving forward? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's a lost opportunity to make a change happen. Losing a chance, unfortunate, you know. You have a Knight of Torches in the reverse. I feel like once you unlock this door and you kind of take up for yourself here, that it definitely unlocks this. It just opens the door wide open to where you do get a reaction out of this person. There is going to be a toxic reaction that you do get from this person initially. So I'd prepare for that. But you have Judgment here. But this person doesn't have any other choice here, you know, but to face the judgment that you're making. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse? The Ace of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Prince of Knight of Torches in the reverse? Eight of Pentacles. Why is Judgment here? Okay. This person's going to want another chance, another opportunity here. This person's going to react. They're going to react in a way where they're trying to put more effort into this. They're trying to be attentive. They're trying to go kind of above and beyond in a way. They're trying. They're going to put a lot of that in there. But it's not their character. It's just a reaction from the action that you're taking, you see? So you're going to see a lot more effort out of this person than you perhaps normally would. But also, you still make this judgment call. There is still this judgment that's being made. And I think this person may have a unhealthy emotional reaction to that. Especially if this has to do with you having some sort of renewal or some sort of newness. Or kind of, you know, even if this has to do with being young, being independent, or being on your own. The judgment is about a rebirth or a renewal. This person, there's an emotional reaction that you'll get whenever the action that they take, I feel like, is not working. Does that make sense? They go from that to an emotional reaction. Okay. Yeah, the Queen of Cups in the reverse. They do not care for or like the judgment call that you're making here. Look at that. Queen and the princess. That's the Page and the Queen. Again, I feel like for some of you, this is your mother. Yeah, you definitely... You know how, like, you get in an argument with somebody and you kind of call them out. Like, you really call them out. And then, like, you see a really dark side to that person because they either go off on you or they start being real ugly to you or whatever. And it's just like you see their true colors. Like, you see that. Like, and it's like you can't unsee that, you know. And I'm not talking about just getting mad at somebody. And I'm talking about and like reacting in that way. I'm talking about like things that they hold deep inside of them that they haven't talked about or said or brought up or whatever, and then they choose then to bring up or to be nasty, you know, to you in some kind of way. Where you've not done anything to this person. All you've done is pointed out where they've lied or been disloyal or dishonest or betrayed you in some way. Do you see what I mean? It says a lot about somebody, their reaction, because they can only meet themselves at a certain point where they haven't even faced that themselves. So it's really going to be hard for you to call them out on it. You know what I mean? So they emotionally overreact, you know, where they can be hurtful. You have a 9 of Swords here in the reverse. Oh, I wanted to ask one more thing before we move on. How does this person actually see you? How does this person actually see you? Came out again, look at that. The Morning in reverse, which is a special card in this deck. Which again, I feel like they feel like you're under a rock, like you're naive. Or they have some sort of control over your mindset or how you do things. Or I don't know, I feel like some of you may have been feeling like you have a mother here that's very manipulative. And you're just waking up to that. With the Morning card, right? The 2 of Swords, how do they see you? You may be blocking them off or out. The Chariot. This is someone that sees you as, for some of you, being independent here with the Chariot. Cancer energy. Moving away, you know, or being on your own, or overcoming some things on your own. It's like this person sees you as doing what's for your best or for your own good, and for some reason they don't like that. They don't want you to do good. They don't want you to do better. I don't understand. Is this like a codependent? Is this person like codependent? This could be this as well, you recognizing that and walking away from it. Is this person like codependent? Yeah, Ace of Cups in the reverse. This is someone that just doesn't want to lose. You're some sort of dependent to them, you know? 7 of Torches in the reverse. Okay. For some reason, this person has a deep abandonment fear. Like fear of you abandoning them, blocking them off, or moving away, or it causes them to be very kind of like manipulative. Or if this is somebody, I don't want to go too far into this because this is getting too far into like one experience, but or one storyline, but this could be somebody that like manipulates the circumstances to get you to kind of do things in their way, their point of view, their direction. It's almost like if this is a friend, and like this is be somebody that kind of, you always take kind of their advice or their situation, you know, whether it's good for you or not, but it's always good for them. Does that make sense? Like, let's just say you had a job opportunity that came up far away and it was a great opportunity and you really wanted to do it. This would be somebody that would put in your head like why that's not a good idea, but then also be like, but I mean, you know, you need to do what's best for you, but then put such a mindset on what is not being a good idea, planting those seeds most, because they don't really want you going anywhere. They want to keep you, you know, close. So keep that in mind. That can be like someone that's kind of manipulating the conversation or circumstances to their benefit, you know, when it comes to you. Yeah. you notice that. And, you know, sometimes people do give good advice about the negative things that you don't see whenever you are so excited about something. But you can always tell, because if that's something this person, you're starting to catch on to where you feel like they're always on the negative, like it's always on the negative, like of something. It's almost like they're keeping you dependent on them in some way. I don't know. I don't want to get too far into it. I can go way far into that. Yeah, Queen of Swords in the reverse, the bottom of the deck. I do feel like that, and there's the Knight. I do feel like that this is definitely a situation that is you're not gonna, this person's reaction is nothing that you can really prepare for. Let's just say that. The way they react. Like, I'm sorry. I think they're going to react in a way to where they're immediately going to know that they may have reacted and not right, you know, because of your reaction to it. This feels like a mother. Tell me about... I never really got too far into that with... I have a grandma I was really close with. My mom, you know, she passed away when I was 16, so I didn't really ever get that too far into an adult kind of relationship with her, so I don't really know what this is like, but this does feel... It does feel that way. It does feel like that. I don't know how to describe that, but that's what it feels like. What would this person say to you if you could say anything? They could say anything. You're so special. You're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. So this is someone that really like boosts up your ego, you know. And that can be addicting, to be around someone that really, you know, boosts your ego up. Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. You're mysterious. Be careful of this person gaslighting you or reversing the roles on you. They may do that as a tactic, you know. It's a manipulation tactic. I'm leaving. That's what I feel like you're going to be saying. You're mysterious. I can't ever seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like that you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. Be careful about this person turning this around on you in some way, okay? I see that here. Ghosted. I'm sorry I disappeared. I needed to get away and clear my head. Run away. Would you pack a bag and meet me in Hawaii? I just want to get away from the world and be alone with you. You feel like home. Being with you reminds me of simpler times. You bring me so much happiness and peace. And you're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversations. Spoiling you, yeah. Be careful of that. Especially if this is a relationship. Someone that only spoils you long enough to keep you, and then you feel like a cold energy from them. It's just because they're trying to keep you like stuck, you know, in something. I want to give you the good life. I want to spoil you with gifts and trips and everything that you could ever need and want. You deserve nothing less. Okay. I feel like a bunch of BS. But anyway, I'm going to pull one of these cards to see if, Kipper cards, we're going to see if there's any kind of warning that you need to know for sure about this person. I just saw 444 on the timer as I said that, which is the number of protection. So if you've been seeing that a lot, that's what it means. Tell me about any kind of warning that Pile 2 should know. Yeah, we have number 29, imprisonment here. Anything else? Poverty, number 37. What is that about? Both of those cards have rats on them. Mice and a rat, a cat. Oh, they're also both, well, no, this is 11, this is 10, so 111. imprisonment and poverty. This person feels bound by something, or they're restricted in some kind of way. Maybe that's why they're like this with you. With poverty here and the mice and the rat, it's like a tattletale, you know, someone that you can't trust, which you've already know that. There's something here that this person needs to be held responsible for, or they're like, let's just say this person has their own karma in a way, and they need to take responsibility for that instead of like putting any of that onto you, which has been a collective message. But I feel like their poverty is not your poverty. You know, they need to be able to live through their own karma, their own taking responsibility for the ways that they have messed up and learn from that. And if you're always there kind of picking up the pieces or putting in the work or doing whatever, and this person's never really like having to play that karma out. Instead, you can actually attach to that person's karma, and y'all have to go through it together when it's not even yours to deal with in the first place. That's why this is saying, like, make healthy choices for yourself and don't attach yourself to someone else's like negativity. You know what I mean? So this is the warning they're saying to be aware of. Give that some thought. This is also the Tower, number 16. Think about that. Think about like where you would be and what choices you would be making if it wasn't for this person's advice, communication, you know, circumstances, whatever, you know, how would things be different? Because that might lead towards some awakenings. You may have just gotten through something because of this person or with this person. Out of the woods, you made it through. What advice do you have? Okay. Look, a number 11. See? 111, 11. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. This feels like vampire-ish energy, like where you may have a lot going for you at this time. You may be in a position to where you have this, you may have some opportunities or new stuff or something like going for you, have something going for you at this time. And this person's like kind of your vampire, you know, taking from you, leeching on you, or taking away your manifestations in some way, weighing you down. So just, again, keep that all in mind. Okay. I'm going to get one of these other ones, and then we're going to get some initials to close. Okay. Okay, the unseen, number 70. It says there are greater forces at work behind the scenes, taking care of all the details. Let go of your specific expectations. Say that a few times. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes you have to learn to be there for somebody without taking them as priority for everything and putting yourself on the back burner. As I say that, you have the butterfly, which is great. I mean, it's about transformation. Like you're ready to, I feel like you're ready to kind of take off here. I do feel like this person may be holding you down. You have the Santa Claus here, so giving, equal give and take. Remember, he does break into people's houses, though, you know. I'm just saying. He leaves things, but he does break in. Christmas could be relevant, or December could be relevant. The end of the year could be relevant. You have the rain cloud. This will pass. You know, this may be really hard for you to overcome, or a challenge for you, but the storm will only last for so long. You know, it's the initial energy of you standing up for yourself that's the difficult part. Once that's over, it's, you know, you can go back downhill from there, you know. Love yourself first. Yep, that's a great one for y'all. And life's what you make it. Yep. Okay, so we have S. We have a lot of initials actually. S, E, H, M, N, K, A, W, M, H, P, Q, G, and F. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave you right here, guys. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. Hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pile 3. So if you chose number 14, forgiveness will set you free. What do you need to forgive yourself for? So 14 is temperance and tarot, so Sagittarius energy could be here. That kind of has to do with being able to balance yourself out, you know, when it comes to not so great feelings, especially when it comes to anger, frustration, and then forgiveness taking over and you being able to compromise or make peace or bring balance to the situation. Okay, so we'll see how this plays out as far as who is coming toward you. So, but Sagittarius energy could be relevant and important in some way. All right, so we're going to start with seeing exactly who this is. These are the characteristic cards we're going to use to kind of describe this person so that you can know who this is, or maybe you don't know who this is. This will help you to identify with them. Let's give this one more quick shuffle. We're just going to pull a few of these. And I'm going to get the oracles. We're going to pull a few oracles, and then we'll get the tarot to find out what's going to happen, okay? So who is coming towards? Can you tell us a little bit about the characteristics of the person coming towards pile 3? Who is this person coming towards pile 3? We have fireman here. So this could be somebody that, I mean, they could be, you know, someone that is part of helping others. Or this could be somebody that has like this hero mentality, you know. They could be somebody that comes off as very brave, like they would just walk into the line of fire here if they needed. This could be somebody to me that would show like, says extinguish at the bottom. So this is someone that they do good under intense situations, or they're the first ones to come in and try to, you know, calm down the situation, or it's like they do good under pressure, you know. This is someone that may do really good under pressure. Okay, so let's see what else we can get here. What else can you tell me about the person coming towards pile 3? Betrayal. This is the second time this card has come out in these readings. So, but this could just be that, you know, you have a broken bond for some reason with this person. Let's see what else is here. I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck. And you have soldier. So this could be somebody that's in the forces, or this could be, it says guardian of the nations, loyalty. It's funny because you have disloyal and loyalty. Selfless service. Yeah, I'm getting this very like idea of this person being like as service to others, like provide and protect. They have a very strong energy of that about them, to where they want to kind of step in, they're honorable, they want to do all these things. But this person, when it comes to you and them, there may be some sort of broken bond between the two of you, to where you may not fully trust this person, or it's just that despite them being in this more of a hero mentality, they still have this part to them that just seems a little off, or it's just Like you're not sure if you can trust it or not. Okay. And they're all in like, well, besides him, of course, but these men are in uniform. So this could be somebody that has to wear some sort of uniform in their career. Okay, doesn't have to be though. It could just be somebody that really has that persona as being a helper, you know? Okay. All of a sudden, too, I feel real thirsty. This person could drink a lot. Doesn't have to be actually, you know, doesn't have to be alcohol. They could just be, you know, they drink a lot. Or there's something with fire here. They may be a fire sign. Okay, so let's see what this person wants with you. Why is this person coming towards? Why is this person? You may not fully know this person completely. These are, you know, of course, they're all wearing protective gear with betrayal. So it could be somebody as well that's very guarded or protective of themselves. What does this person want with pile 3? Why are they coming towards pile 3? That's a lot. I didn't plan on getting that many at all. The bottom of the deck, good grief, you have a knight's tale here. So you really get this chivalry kind of energy from this person. But let's see. It's like they're trying to come to your rescue. We have key to closed door. Unlocking mysteries. Accessing new experiences. What was closed before is now open. We have right here waiting. Secret admirer. Okay, you have cool peppermint and friendship here, which I didn't plan on getting this many cards. So we'll have to make room. So this is about having a fresh new energy. Okay. This is someone that carries like traditional values, old-fashioned values. This is someone that you already know as a friend, or you're just, this could occur, you know, when you're going out with friends, or I don't know. I feel like there's someone here that's kind of in a protective mode when it comes to you. There's this energy here of maintaining this friendship, maintaining some sort of friendship, and being of service to someone. So if that makes sense. What does this person want? This is someone that is looking, look, again, you have that headgear. Helmet, helmet, helmet. So this is someone that's looking for new experiences. I think this is someone that is, they're kind of longing or yearning for something new. But I think this person also may be spying on you, but they may have like a fear of rejection as well. I can't understand betrayal, so I need to get some more on that. I mean, I feel like with the helmets being here, this could be somebody that they're very guarded. You know, they're very hesitant to trust. Like they're thinking this through logically. They're trying to, it's like they really have to understand, or they really want you to understand. This may be like somebody that just wants to maintain a friendship, offer you some sort of friendship or connection. This is someone that, yeah, they want a new experience. They want a different experience. They find you interesting. This is someone that, yeah, I mean, I think they're looking for a fresh new experience here, a new type of energy, and they see that in you. But I think that they are more focused on a friendship here than anything else. And I think that could be because this person may have a hard time trusting others, but they are in this longing period. You know, they're longing for more, longing for someone, longing for something new, longing for, you know, Queen of Cups just popped out of the deck. This is someone that wants attention emotionally. This is about emotional support and like a listening ear, someone to listen to them, someone to be there for them. That's Cancer energy. What is betrayal, though? What is betrayal? Let me see if I can figure this out real quick. The Wheel of Fortune. I think this is someone here that's been hurt a lot. And this could just simply be a friend, you know, so a new friend. But for some of you, I think that this is like someone that is also interested in you. Someone that is attractive or attracted to you. Because I think they find you very interesting. And I think that is refreshing. You seem very, very different from others, but they are so guarded because of perhaps betrayal that they're just kind of protecting themselves or keeping their distance. Tell me about key to closed doors. Yeah, 5 of Swords. I think this person is very hesitant. That 5 of Swords is a confusion, you know, conflict about whether or not they want to open the door to a new experience here with you. Temperance. This feels like somebody that's just not ready to fall in love, but they don't want, but they like are in need of a companion, you know, that Queen of Cups energy, someone to listen to them, an emotional supportive energy. That Temperance is that Sagittarius energy that we talked about here with right here waiting. So I think this is someone that's at peace with themselves, or they feel very balanced, you know. This person, what's going to happen here is basically they have an opportunity here to come towards you, and I think that they take it despite them being a little bit conflicted about that being something that they should do or not. Especially if this is someone that you've already known and they're reopening something here. Key to closed door. Wanting to balance a situation out here with you. Compromise. Strength in reverse, which is another card I picked up on your card here because of that cheetah that's up there. My ears just started ringing. That's Leo energy with the Secret Admirer. This person's weakness is fear of rejection. Because of they are carrying a very significant betrayal wound. Something happened with this person to where they don't feel like everyone is guilty until proven innocent kind of thing, you know. And this could be why they're not wanting to dive deep into anything serious or get attached in any way. That's why they're conflicted here about opening this door up to begin with. If this is someone that obviously you already know and there's already been some sort of broken bond there, then of course this person is in this energy of not feeling very confident, or afraid that, you know, they're going to be rejected here. It's almost like once you see the real them, that they're afraid that you will reject them. Why is, keep going here. Yeah, the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone, you need to know that this is someone that is not really looking for any kind of commitment. So if this is love related, this is someone that's not looking for something serious. I mean, that Three of Pentacles with cold peppermint, if you already know who this could be somebody that's saying, you know, I'm not trying to work something out here with you. I just want things to be different from the way they are now, you know. But I'm really getting that other storyline of this friendship here. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Queen of Pentacles. Did y'all hear that? Police or something. The sirens. You don't hear that very often in my town. I live in a town big enough to where you hear sirens, and somebody that's at home listening to a scanner is going to get on our community page and write what's going on within like at least 10 minutes. So, or your friend that you know, everybody's got one friend or know somebody that's got a scanner that is sitting there listening to it. This is like conspiracy theorists that keeps coming into play with this person for me. And the sirens, and then you have all this here. So this could really be somebody that is, you know, someone that is some kind of a rescuer in some way or shape or form, you know, helping hand for others. This Queen of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and Betrayal. I feel like that this could either be someone from this person's past where they've had this, as I say that, the Hermit in reverse came out, Virgo energy. This could also represent you depending on who this is, you know, for y'all, if this is someone new or not. Let's see if I can figure that out. I'm gonna put that back. Is this someone new? It could be both, I guess, you know, so I hate to... Well, just give me one more for that Queen of Pentacles. The Fool. This person sees you as an opportunity. And they see you as someone that could be very grounded and very supportive. And they want to take a risk to change the situation or to have an opportunity here with you. But they are very fearful and conflicted. And it's internal to them. Five of Swords here with closed door. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. This is somebody that is very attracted to you. This is somebody that doesn't want to get... It's almost like they're holding themselves back somewhat. But they don't want to get too... jump into anything too quickly. I'm gonna have to fix my camera. I feel like it's off, right? Isn't it? Is that better? Okay, sorry guys. Y'all know I hate it when it's crooked. Drives me nuts. Tell me more about the Temperance. I also feel like this person doesn't want to come across as like a player, you know. Queen of Wands in the reverse. I don't know if this person's a little bit intimidated by you. They don't feel like they're... I think they've just... This is them projecting their own insecurities here. I don't feel like that... I mean, they see you as... Like, they're very attracted to you. They see you as really great, but they're holding themselves back somewhat. They're conflicted kind of at how they should approach you, and they're trying to find balance because I think they don't know what to expect with you. They may feel like that, especially if they already know you, they know that there can be a very different side to you. They don't know how you're going to take them. They don't know what's, like, they see you as being somewhat unpredictable. And that is even scary. What is Strength here? There it is again. Virgo energy. Sagittarius more here too. Hermit in reverse. I think you're kind of playing this by ear. What this person would not be telling you is that they are holding back their emotions because they don't know how you feel. And they don't even know how they feel. I'm just being honest. They know that they feel something, but they're trying to not get too far into it because they're trying to stay like more on the cautious side, but it's more of a very cautious side. Like this person, again, they just want this like fresh new energy because they find you interesting, they find you attractive, they find you stable. Like you have some really good qualities for this person. If this is someone that you already know, then they definitely, and you have some kind of broken relationship. This is somebody that does want to unlock something here again with you. But they're definitely standing guard. You know, they're looking out for themselves for sure. Three of Pentacles in reverse, Judgment in reverse. They don't want to make any kind of judgment call. This feels like somebody that's just trying to, like they just are trying to stay in this like certain level of maintaining a sense of fun. Nothing too serious. But there is deeper stuff here. It's not to the surface yet. If that makes sense. Friendship and a knight's tale. This is somebody that's coming in a chivalrous kind of way. They're coming in a way of saying, well, I'm doing this to protect you. That kind of an energy here. Scorpio energy with the Judgment in reverse. They haven't quite decided about you. This is someone that you're not making any kind of judgment call with either. What's going to happen here? This is a kind of a different weird reading. Two of Pentacles. What's going to happen here? The Devil in reverse. You may be juggling. You may have options. You may be looking at your options here. The Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy. The Two of Wands. You're definitely looking at your options here and trying to figure out what is best for you. Why is that Two of Pentacles here? The High Priestess in reverse. With what you know, you're trying to not see too far into it. Like you're trying to look at and see. It's like kind of you're keeping to yourself too, but you're trying to look at it and see what you feel like is good and not good for you. And then, you know, take a direction here. That's what's going to happen. This person coming towards you. Let me get one more and then I'll tell you bottom line. You have Pisces here. What's going to happen? There's that Queen of Cups. That's you, I'm telling you. Cancer energy here. And then you have the Hanged Man in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Indecisiveness. You have a King of Swords here as well. You're reevaluating the situation here. I think you're somewhat stuck, or you feel somewhat like you're trying to be very calm, cool, and collected. Let's say that. I do feel like for most of you, you have options here. And I feel like this person is just one of those. And you're looking at this very sensible, straightforward, and you're paying attention to the devil, which means that you are looking at the devil and saying, basically, if it's anything that's toxic or going to bring any kind of chaos into my life, then I don't want to have anything to do with it. And you're looking at this person and trying to figure that out. I feel like you don't have to look too far. I feel like you kind of already know. You feel like you really have a good head on your shoulders, and in making a choice and choosing which direction you're going to take. And it has to do with yourself. Like either way, you're going to choose yourself. Um, you're going to choose whatever makes you feel stable emotionally. If this is something that doesn't make you feel good emotionally, like you don't feel stable here or safe here, then you'll move away from it. Okay, so let's go back to who's coming towards you and why, okay? So who's coming towards you? Well, you have somebody here that is someone that they really play out, maybe even in their own career or their life, this heroic mentality, okay? This is someone that is very chivalrous. They want to come to the rescue. They feel like they're doing what's best. This is someone that would be very open and honest with you about where they are, you know, how they feel, not to get too attached. They do see like a good connection here with you. They want to keep things casual. Like this is someone that would be outright open and honest about that. But this person is conflicted because I feel like that you are someone that this person feels as if that they could very easily become attached to, overwhelmed by, and I think they actually already are, but they're kind of trying to tell themselves they're not. I think there's a lot of hidden desires and emotions that are there, and that's this person's weakness. The whole reason they're not being so falling into this is because honestly, I feel like this person's still getting over some things with this betrayal. I feel like, and whatever that is, if this is someone you already know, it could be between the two of you. May not, though. It could be just someone new, and that's in their past. So they're just very protective of their own energy. They're very guarded. They're very aware. They're very open as far as... Sorry, guys. My son came in here. This is somebody that would basically say, you know, I really am, I really feel good about you. I feel really, you're very different from what I used to. I really like your energy. This, you know, this feels really good, but I'm not in a place where I'm ready to commit to anything at this time. And you, on the other hand, what's going to happen here is once all of this is exposed to you and you have this understanding, because this person is coming across, and they know they are. They're trying not to, but they are. They're coming across as somewhat of a player, you know, like, and I don't think that you're wanting to get played. This is leaning a lot like somebody trying to convince you of being friends with benefits, basically. So just be aware of that. And I think you very much so are. So I don't even think I need to say that. But once all this is exposed to you, you have this conversation or this understanding with this person, whether you have other options or not, you still prioritize, your priority here above all else is making sure that the devil's not in your garden, you know? There are no snakes in your garden. And I think that you make the best choice for yourself based off of that information and that information only. And yeah, you choose a direction here, and I think what you're choosing is yourself. Tell me about the Two of Wands. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. You're choosing to walk away from this. You choose to walk away from this. Okay? That's what I see, guys. I see you choosing. She's even pouring her cup out right there. Like, very confident, you know? I see you choosing to walk away from this. So, unfortunately, that kind of sucks. You know, this is somebody that is attractive to you. They have all this for you, but they're not willing to offer a lot. And I don't think that you're willing to allow someone in that's only going to kind of play with you. You know what I mean? So, whoever this is, whether you know who this is or not, this is someone that you all have this connection with, that takes an opportunity. They take a risk. Try to have some sort of understanding here with you. And they don't want to come across as being a player, but that's what they're doing here, is they're just playing, you know? Tell me about that Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Ace of Wands in reverse. You turn this down. This is you not accepting this. I mean, the Ace of Wands in reverse is no. Ace of Wands is a very sexual energy as well, so I do feel like this person is very attracted to you. And they are longing for that energy, for someone that they feel this way about. But they're not willing to commit to anything. They don't want to have to be held accountable or be in this is someone that doesn't want to be in a relationship. They don't want to have to be with someone where someone else is holding them accountable for the connection in any kind of way. This is not someone that wants to have to deal with that. So this is what it is. You know, what if you deemed as the devil here in reverse? Well, I mean, I already know, but just curious. Yeah, Nine of Swords. This would bring too much anxiety, stress to you in your life. So you're like, I don't feel like that it's right for me. That's what happens. Kind of a waste of time, huh? But it isn't really, because what it is it's giving you a more confidence in yourself and making choices for yourself, where you know you've worked too hard on yourself and you're in an energy to where you're just not going to allow anything toxic. You know, you're not going to allow for, even if you do care about this person, even if you feel like that this person is very attractive or whatever the case, if they're coming and they're just telling you straight up they're coming in this energy, and you know this is something that's going to bring a lot of Nine of Swords to you, which you've deemed as the devil here. So, and it's anxiety and stress and sleepless nights and worry and wondering and, you know, what this person's doing, where they're at, if they're bringing, you know, whatever back to you, you know, then this player energy here with this Knight of Wands is not something that...
Go please, I'll too.
Okay, I'll get them in just a minute. Thank you.
I'll put on my VR now.
Okay, thank you. You don't even want to have any part in that, you know? And so this isn't a waste of time, because it's helping you to understand yourself more and your own value and worth, and despite how you are attracted to this person, that's just not everything for you. So you're learning about yourself through this experience, and building confidence in yourself as well. And you have the Four of Swords in the reverse, with that Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Emperor. It may take some time. Like you may go back to this in your mind. But I think this is kind of also insinuating to not overthink it. Like once you make a decision, don't overthink that decision. I need to get... just going to use these. I want to see what this person would say to you. Thought about getting something different, but I'm just going to use these. What would this person... And you know, if this is somebody you know that they're coming back in this energy. This could be somebody that, you know, fantasizes about you. They miss you. They don't get what they get from you from anyone else. But they're also not, like, they're not bringing you honesty or commitment or anything like that, right? Tell me what would this person say to pile 3 if they could say anything? I know you don't feel the same. What would this person... I want to make amends. If you are in a disagreement with this person, that's there. This person wanting to make amends. But it's also, part of that is because I feel like this person wants to be able to to still keep you in some way, right? To be able to leave that door open in some way, which I see a lot in these readings, but because they're still attracted to you. Anything else? Okay. Look at the bottom of the deck. Strictly sexual. This connection is passionate but not enduring. I don't feel like that's entirely true, to be honest, but I feel like even if this person has feelings, they're not wanting to show them. So, you know. Okay. I see life differently now. I would do it all again. New love. See, this is a new love or a recommitment to love is developing. So I think this is what this person's afraid of, though. I mean, we talked a little bit about that, but you have passion here. Try something you've never done before. Warning, don't dismiss the red flags. There's your warning. And I scared myself that day. So if you have a past with this person, then that could mean something to you guys. False person is what I just turned on. So let's see what your warning is from Spirit. What is your warning? When it comes to this person, what is... That flipped right over. Sudden wealth. This is someone that doesn't want to put a lot of effort into anything. They just want to have a sudden satisfaction, you know, quick satisfaction. Like I said that earlier, they don't want to be held accountable in like a relationship. This is someone that just wants to have the good parts. They don't want to have to deal with anything else. 777 or the number 11 could be important. What's your warning when it comes to this person for call 3? Okay, change. If this is someone from your past saying that they've changed, I don't think that that's necessarily true. I also feel like that this is someone that could change up on you very quickly, you know, like change their mind, change even their location, you know, or whatever the case. They could even be telling you something like they are changing locations and so they don't want to get too far involved, but really this person doesn't have those intentions with anybody. Or they maybe not be relocating at all, you know, they're just telling you that so that it gives them an excuse. Any other warning that they need when it comes to this person for pile 3? Toil and labor. Okay, it's the number 38. How much effort they're putting into things with toil and labor. I don't know. I feel like you should just be whatever this person's telling you for reasons why they don't want to put in you know, they just want a friend, right? May not be entirely true. I think this person just doesn't want to deal with anything. But they want still to have some sort of a companion, and they're very attracted to you. And if you're someone that you have to have that attachment to someone in some kind of way, this is someone that could tell you all the good reasons why they don't want a commitment, to get you to see the good parts of them, see them as being a good person, right? Remember, they have that heroicism or whatever you want to call it. They're doing the right thing. They're being, you know, that chivalry is there. So keep that in mind, okay? Don't dismiss the red flags that you see. Let's get some advice. Sorry I couldn't give y'all a better reading, but I mean, I guess you need to, this is about being prepared for this, you know? So if this is something you experience and you're like, oh my God, that sounds like that reading. Just now now you know all the details about it that they may not be telling you here. We have Spirit Contract, number 56. Answer the call of your ancestors to connect to the wisdom and receive their support. And then we have number 71, Joyful Times. A celebration is coming up. A wedding, a proposal, a birthday, or an achievement will be a wonderful time in your life. So you have good things coming in for you. So be careful. You know, when we have good things coming in for you and other people see that, we can have energy vampires. We can have others that try to, you know, bottom feeders that try to kind of feed off of your good vibes, your what you have coming to you, what you've earned, your good karma. So it's just be aware and careful of that. Okay. What overall advice do you have for pile 3? Someone new is coming. Someone new is coming. That's another thing here with this new love. This person may be trying to keep you from moving on to anyone else, you know? If they have your attention, if you're getting somewhat satisfaction from them, you're focused on them, then you're not focused on anyone new. But that's not how it works, right? That doesn't mean if you don't have a soul contract, that new person's still not going to come into your life at some point if you're not committed to anyone. So never ignore that, right? Number 28, someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. Okay. All right, let's get some initials to close. So keep an open mind here. Even if whatever you decide with this person, don't let them keep you from having something new that's meant for you, you know? What's meant for us isn't supposed to pass us by, but if we're attached to someone else at the time, we definitely won't have the same experience as we could. Lots of initials in the bowl. We have love is never wasted. Focus on the good. We have the palm trees, so there you go. That's like a peace or a vacation or something to do with that, or water. You may meet someone on a vacation or something like that. This person may be trying to go on vacation with you. Don't worry about things that you can't control. And then you have the 2 hearts. But I always like to point this out. See how one heart is way bigger than the other one? So again, we can't always expect other people to do the right thing like we would, you know? Expect others not to hurt us, and surely they wouldn't do that, you know, that kind of thing. Just always remember to pay attention to the red flags and listen to your intuition. We have K, Z, F, B, T, R, M, K, G, I, E, another G, another B, C, W, an N, and an L. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you right here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, pal. 4. So if you chose number 13, which is 4, that's crazy. I looked up when I said that. It was 4 seconds on the timer. 4 is a number of stability, safety, security. 4th house is Cancer energy. It's about the home. And this is 13, which is actually death and tarot, which is about transformation, an ending, a new beginning from an ending, something that's needing to stop, needing to close out. It's time for you to let it go. And this says, breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? So in her glasses here, if you can see those, it looks like clouds in her glasses. And they also remind me of like rose-tinted glasses as well. You have the cycles here that are behind her, this huge full moon that's here. So whatever you're experiencing in this moment in time, you may not be wanting to look at or look too far into, but I think it's something that may also be needed. I think there's a lot you can learn from where you are currently, and I think you're focused too much on the future and what's going to happen in the future, and not focused enough on where you are currently in the present, because I think in the present is where it matters most, it says. So, you know, it's kind of a feeling of whenever you feel comfortable or you feel like you're in a good place, but your anxiety can like ruin that for you. It's kind of what it feels like. Okay. Like it's hard for you to enjoy the moment because you're anxious about what's going to happen, you know, that kind of feeling. So it could be why you're coming to this reading. We are talking about who is coming towards you. If this is the energy that you kind of feel in at this time, then you could be anxious about, you know, you may have some kind of idea who's coming towards you. Okay. That being said, let's get some characteristic cards first. This is going to show us just a little bit about who this person is that's coming towards you, so that way you can either identify with this or you can maybe not know this person at all, so you'll know who it is when they do. Okay, I'm just going to get a few cards of these. We'll look at the bottom of the deck, and then we'll get some more oracles to see what this person wants with you. Then we'll get into the tarot to see what's going to happen, okay? So can you tell me some characteristics, please, for the person that's coming towards pile 4? We want to know about the person that's coming towards pile 4. They need to know about. Okay. You have criminal here. Oh, that song Criminal just started playing in my head. Transgressor of justice, prison, parole, and discipline. So this could be somebody that feels like this. They feel, hold on, I want to get some more because there's something else to this. This just feels like consequence to me, but we have the vendor, merchant, retailer, individual, entrepreneur. What is he working in? I think that's just a fast food place. Yeah, there's hamburgers and stuff. It's a hamburgers on the wall. I don't know why, but I want to say I feel like this person's in a place to where they don't want to be. Like they feel a prisoner of their own life. Child. I didn't mean to get another card. I'm going to take it. Beacon of hope, spring buds, innocent, growth, and vulnerable. This is somebody here that they could be, they could be a child for some of you. They could also be just someone that's younger or very innocent or still growing. Definitely somebody that feels vulnerable at this time. This is somebody that feels very, it's like almost like they're innocent to life in a way. Or that has been shattered in some sense with this criminal being here. This person's coming across as somewhat naive to their own circumstance, if that makes sense. I think they're kind of waking up to some things. I think this person, I feel like this person's idea of hope or optimism has been somewhat shattered in some way. As far as their characteristics go, again, this could be somebody that you see as younger than you, with child here. They could be a child. They could be your child. With vendor here, I feel like this could be somebody that could be in some sort of retail. It also says individual entrepreneur. So just with vendor, it's just someone that produces something for income in some kind of way, shape, or form, right? That's a lot of people. So this could be somebody that actually works in the fast food industry, perhaps, because of the card and what we're seeing. Or it's just retail. I don't know. his face in this card, it just kind of looks like a face of, yep, here I am. This is what I'm doing. You know, I don't think this person's real happy with whatever they're doing in life. I don't feel like they're very happy or satisfied with it. And this criminal, this person, you may know them from being someone that could have been a criminal at some point, you know, somebody that kind of goes against the grain, or somebody that's rebellious or breaks the rules or doesn't really have a follow the law in some kind of way, you know, someone that feels like that, or could be their past. Okay. I feel like I'm going to lose my voice here for some reason. This could just be somebody too that just feels like they're trying to be disciplined, but they feel like they're in a prison. I really am getting this feeling this person doesn't like where they are in life at this time. But I also feel like they're like in the beginning. Like with that child card, they're vulnerable to this in some way, shape, or form. And I don't know, you know, that could be at any age, because, yeah, it could be like you being a child and being awoken to things in the world, and or just starting off, you know, in adulthood. Or it could even be like someone that was married for 25 years and then they lost their spouse, and now they have to be, you know, independent without another. So they have to kind of start over in a way, you know. So it's just like there's different levels to that, right? It doesn't mean that they actually have to be a child, but it still has that same feeling. What is this person? Okay, so hold on. We're going to use the Twin Flame Audio Oracles, and I want to shuffle these for a minute, actually. I don't know why either with y'all's reading, all of a sudden my voice just started getting bad. What does this person want? What do they want that's coming towards the radiant sun? Confidence, success, enthusiasm, optimism, fulfillment. You also have, it's a celebration. Victory, social event, parties, renewed enthusiasm. Both of these cards say enthusiasm. What does this person want? They're both holding bottles too. Perfect match. Great chemistry, highly compatible, quick connection. And look at this. The young, children, youthful spirit, inner child, healing. Sacrifice is at the bottom. Yeah. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take this out too because I think it's relevant, but okay. I'm going to start to get the tarot out and start shuffling. I don't know what the heck has just happened to me, but I'm just feel kind of a little bit, I guess like this person's feeling, which is like I'm losing my voice. I'm having a hard time talking. I feel a little disoriented in a way, like away from your reading, like I don't know how to describe this feeling. With these negative emotions that are here, I think this person's coming toward you in a way of kind of acting somewhat innocent. But I don't think that they necessarily are. But they are. How do I explain that? This is someone that knows exactly. With this card here, with prison and all that, criminal, like this is someone that knows exactly what why they are where they are, what it is that's going on between the two of you. They're not innocent. You know, they're not. They know exactly what's occurred, but still there's this part to them where it really is kind of innocent. And I don't mean innocent I guess as much as I do like they feel very vulnerable. This is someone that feels very out of their element here coming towards you. They're trying to remain like confident here in coming towards you, enthusiasm. You know, they're trying to remain in a good place. Whatever this person's been bottling up here, I feel like they're wanting to express, because this perfect match, it's like starting a match, starting a fire. I think this person's a lot smarter than what they're going to come across. I think that they feel like they're sacrificing their own emotions. This is someone that you and this person may know each other. I feel like you do know each other. And I feel like this person has some resentments here. Even if to you, it doesn't make sense or anything, you know, like this person is holding all these negative emotions. They're holding back all these negative emotions in order to try to approach this with innocent eyes. So that makes me nervous here for you, because this isn't someone that's healed these parts of themselves. They feel as if they're making a sacrifice. A sacrifice in order for what? To resolve something quickly, I feel. With quick connection. Children could be important here. That could be a factor here. This is like someone swallowing their pride. That's what it feels like. Now that I'm like getting more and more into it, I think that this person, they feel like they're like a victim of their own circumstance. Like, it's like they do take responsibility for things, but it's like, what's the point in even taking the responsibility? I think I should just swallow my pride here and just put what I'm feeling here to the side. You know what I mean? A difficult decision aligning your priorities must give up something to win. Let's figure out what's going to happen here. What exactly does this person want? I mean, I feel like, to me, this perfect match here with highly compatible, quick connection, great chemistry, it's like wanting to just kind of starting that match is like the Ace of Wands. It's like a restart. Bring back something, you know? Or just focus on the chemistry. Just focus on what you agree upon, the highly compatible energy, the connection. The young can be like starting over. You know, if kids aren't a part of this, the young can be like starting over. They're coming in confident. This is somebody that wants to be victorious here. You have two cards here. This one says victory. This one over here says must give up something to win. So this person has an agenda, okay? This person has an agenda. Okay. Let's figure out what this is. And my head just started hurting. The unicorn. This is the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. Which I actually haven't used this in a while. But the Empress in reverse and the Chariot. Cancer, Libra, Taurus. Cancer, Libra, Taurus. That Cancer energies, that number 4. Home. Home is about like comfort and peace. That's important to a child. It's important to young. Making peace. The moon in reverse, which also is Cancer, Pisces. Okay, one more shuffle, guys, and then... Okay. What's going to happen here with this person? What's going to happen here with this person? It's the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Someone may feel like they don't have any other choice. Whatever you've been wondering, I feel like is like no longer wondering. Like this is someone that no longer wants to wonder or think or... Just keep going. The sun. Look at that. Radiant sun and the sun. It's pretty awesome. That's Leo energy. This is someone wanting to bring some kind of clarity here. The Tower in reverse with it's a celebration. Social event, parties, renewed enthusiasm. This is someone that's wanting to shine light on something. You have the Two of Wands in the reverse with perfect match. Pretty close to the Ace of Wands. This person, I feel like... The Two of Wands in hold on, I need to get some clarifiers. Let's keep going. We'll come back to it. I don't want to... Yeah, Three of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of the deck, which is this confident energy that you see. Taking action, being confident, taking action, feeling like something can resolve. Or at the Tower in reverse, the Tower has already happened. You have the Sun here, so shining light on what has happened. Putting something back together or trying to avoid total loss, right? What are they looking at? You may have, some of you, not everybody, you may have turned your back on this person. You see how this unicorn's looking over here? Two of Wands is like needing to choose a path. In reverse, it can be like, oh, I chose the wrong path, you know, or I'm just really indecisive. I need to come up with a new plan. This plan's not going to work. And the Three of Wands is kind of the same thing. Like, this is the innocent energy I was talking about. Someone coming in, acting very innocent. They're not. I think they're just trying to close a chapter, if that makes sense. But there's no resolve. And it could be for children, right, with young here, or it could just be just to start a new beginning. So let's figure that out. Why is the Seven of Cups here with what's going to happen? The Hanged Man in reverse. Pisces energy. Okay, so this is someone here that's coming in. I feel like this person's kind of trapped in their own mind when it comes to the reality of the situation. And they may feel like there's no other choice other than to get a different perspective or to try to insinuate a different perspective. It's kind of like saying there's no other way to this other than to change this person's mind. That's the only way I can fix the Tower, right? What's the Sun? What's the Sun? Thank you. Yeah, you have the Ace of Cups here and the Hermit in reverse. This is someone that wants to shine light on, or they feel like they're helping in some way. They've come out of this. This is someone that would say, I've thought a lot about this relationship. This is Virgo energy here with the Hermit as well. which is Mercury energy, which is communication. This is somebody that has done, they feel, or at least enough, that they feel like they have some sort of a deeper understanding of this Ace of Cups that you may not have. This is also someone that doesn't want to get, I'm just being honest, this is not someone that wants to get too far into this. They're not going to want to go into depths about it. They don't want to like try to figure something out. They don't want to go into the deep emotion about anything. This is someone that just wants to shine light on what they understand, how they see things, or how things really are, and try to basically fix the surface of everything to get it back on track or back into a particular way. I don't know who this person is to you, but how do you know this person? Who is this person? Ooh, did y'all see the way that landed up? Two of Swords, this is somebody that you may have blocked off. Someone that you stopped communicating with. Two of Swords. King of Cups is at the bottom in reverse. That's Scorpio energy. Tell me about the Tower. Tower is also Scorpio energy. Tell me about the Tower. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. You've had some sort of foundation, family, home, something with this person. This could be family, you know. That Ten of Pentacles, that's what that is. It's a foundation. It's like you've spent a lot of time and energy with this person. Like this is a reliable, solid foundation, part of your community, part of your family, part of your home. You know, it's like in reverse, it's broken, or it's taken away. And I think this person this is recovery. This is trying to recover what was lost, which they're seeing as this Ten of Pentacles, which is something that means a lot to this person, something that's very valuable to this person. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sacrificing their emotions here for it. But that's not a good thing to do, you know? Because, boy, let me tell you, those negative emotions don't go anywhere. They'll come out in other ways, in other areas of your life. It's almost like a rag that's soaked in water. Eventually, it's going to start leaking somehow or another. It can only hold so much. But it's almost like a feeling of this person doing what they have to do. Why is the Two of Wands in reverse? Page of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone that waited too long, or something happened too quickly. This is someone that feels like they didn't learn their lesson. Something didn't get off the ground. Give me one more for that. The Five of Swords. This is someone that's hesitant to this is somebody that just doesn't want to fight. I want to be straightforward because I feel like this person's just trying to be straightforward. This is somebody, like I said, they don't want to get too far into it. They just want to shine some light on some things. Hopefully turn a situation around because they see something that is important or valuable to them here. They don't want to fight. They do regret some kind of procrastination or not offering something or an offer that was made. It's like, this is kind of like wishing things happened in a different way. With that Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be like a betrayal. Why is the Three of Wands in reverse? There's that Queen of Wands again. This is somebody that's asking you to kind of go back to the beginning. I mean, this is somebody that's asking you to basically like put your ego aside or put everything else aside and go back to the beginning. How are you reacting? Sagittarius energy's down there. Look at that. Ten of Swords in reverse. Yes, this is somebody that wants to reconcile. The reason is bigger than the two of you, whatever that means. I mean, if this is family, it's because of family. If this is because there's a group of fans, it's like for the overall, for the better of everyone. You know, it's that kind of feeling. If this has to do with work, then this is the same thing. It's reconciling in that way. This is recovery. The Ten of Swords is coming back from this. The Five of Swords, conflict, drama, chaos, betrayal, someone getting away with more, someone hurting the other, you know, with their words, with their actions. I feel like this is someone that is, yeah, Page of Wands in reverse. This person has a really hard time like facing themselves too. How do I explain that? Because maybe because they do feel somewhat vulnerable. I think it's hard for this person to, I'm just going to tap into this for a second, but I feel like this person may have grown up in an environment to where they were never really able to be vulnerable in a certain way. Like they grew up too fast, or they never got to really fully experience like the innocence of being a child. But they put a lot of grief or guilt on themselves. They do a lot of this self-sacrificing stuff, you know, like with a lot of things. Anyway, this Page of Wands in the reverse, this is definitely like a feeling of the betrayal or the conflict or the whatever happened here with that Five of Swords, disagreement, whatever this is, betrayal, was someone acting out of, unfortunately, they may see this as pure innocence. Like, I don't feel like somebody saw the seriousness of a circumstance, you know what I mean? But I don't know that that's necessarily true, but that's at least what they'll be saying. This looks like someone that says, like tells you something's didn't mean anything, but they're not acknowledging like the seriousness of it and that it did mean something and like it was very hurtful or painful. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to downplay it in some kind of way in order to just basically subside the emotions and move on. All that's not the point. The point is this needs to be healed or recovered or get back on track. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like this person may struggle with taking accountability because they may have been, like, they may have played victim a lot. Yeah, that self-sacrificing stuff's coming in again. Like, I'm always the one that has to step up and do the right thing kind of thing. You know what I mean? But it comes from more of a ego, fulfilling the ego, than it does actually understanding the emotions. Anyway, I want to sit here and keep kind of digging into this person's psyche, but I'm trying to figure this out. This is someone that's complex, complicated. How do you see this person? Nine of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the Devil in reverse. This is someone that you feel like it's just, with these two Knights in reverse, Knights are actions. They do things, you know, they actually take action in things. And you have the Cups and you have the Swords. So that's communication, and that is emotions without the action. So this person you see as someone that says that they feel a certain way, says that they think, all these kind of things, or saying they're going to do certain things, but all those things never actually get done, or you never actually feel it. It's just like somebody saying how much they care about you and love you and how great a person you are, but you never actually, you just hear the words, but you never actually truly feel it from them. There's no like action around the feeling that you should be getting with someone that's telling you those things. You know? Capricorn energy here, the Devil in reverse. I feel like you've kind of seen this as being something that was toxic. You've kind of deemed this person as being toxic because they may even went in other directions, other situations, you know, someone that's not loyal, with that Knight of Cups being in reverse. Why is this person coming towards you, though? What's the point? What's the overall? Why is this so important? Well, I guess it's going to be a little different for everybody, but can you give me some clarifications on that? Why the Ten of Swords in reverse? Why the Nine of Pentacles? This person just wants to get to a comfortable place for themselves. See, that's the thing. This is Nine of Pentacles is an independent energy. That's why this person doesn't want to go too far into the emotions of things. Even though I feel like that's what you would want. You would want to understand emotionally more in depth. This person, they're not wanting to, they just want to get to the Nine of Pentacles, which is a very independent energy. This is someone that's focused on getting to a better, comfortable place for themselves. That's what makes me nervous here. This is someone that's very self-focused. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this is someone that is just very self-focused. They just want to heal the situation so that they can just be in a good place again, you know, not have to think about it, not have to worry about it, be in a comfortable place. Why do they, how do they see you? King of Wands in reverse, okay. How do they see you? The Four of Pentacles. They see you as someone that is, honestly, this person feels like you may be aggressive towards them. You may be very guarded, like you have this, that this person sees you as someone that is overly protective of yourself. So at times you may come across as too aggressive or too arrogant even. But I want to remind you before I go into all that and how this person sees you, is that they're coming up here as a page. You see them as a knight in reverse. This is someone that's still learning, right? And you may have very good reasons why you are arrogant to them, why you have boundaries, why you are so guarded. And they might be one of those reasons. But they're not so much seeing that as much as they are just seeing that it's a kind of a deflection, because they haven't gone within. This is someone that's not fully addressing their emotions. They're just trying to hide them with sacrifice. But what's the point? Why do they need this Nine of Pentacles and this Three of Swords in reverse? Justice in reverse. Because this is someone that feels like they're on the other side of justice. They're on the wrong side. Criminal, right? This is someone that feels like they're on the wrong side. And they feel like they need to right their wrongs or correct the situation. But they're not doing it in the proper way. They're doing it in just the surface level way. They're not getting to the heart of the issue, the heart of the problem. They're not doing the shadow work. They're not looking at anything. They're just trying to resolve and move on. Resolve and move on. You see? How else is this person seeing you? Libra's here. Leo. How else is this person seeing you? Queen of Swords. This person, there's Libra there again. This person is definitely seeing you as being very protective of yourself, of your energy. Like you've deemed them as bad. But I feel like I guess you have with the Devil and the Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups in reverse. What did this person do to you? What did this person do to Paul for the Nine of Wands? You may have felt like you tried really, really hard with this person, or you went through a lot with this person, or the Knight of Wands can be a lot of things. It's the wounded warrior, so it means that you really struggled and you went through a lot. You tried really hard. What did this person do to you? The Ten of Wands in reverse. They didn't take responsibility, or they didn't take some of the responsibility for certain things. You feel like Six of Pentacles in reverse. When it comes to an equal give and take, when it comes to, you may have given a lot to this person, and you feel like they may have just took and didn't give back anything. You may have experienced a lot of, like, you may have felt like you helped this person. That's what the Six of Pentacles is. It's about being generous. Nine of Wands. The Six of Cups. Okay. So you may have a long history with this person. You may have forgiven this person before. The Six of Cups is about the past and memories, and the Nine of Wands is saying you may have already forgiven this person in the past, or forgiven them for a lot because of the history that you have together. Why is the Ten of Wands in reverse? What this person do to you? This Ten of Wands in reverse. The Empress. You may feel like this person took advantage of you, in what you have, who you are, what you're able to provide. The Empress is the caregiver, the nurturer, the grower, she's all kinds of stuff, but she's empathetic. She's compassionate. You may feel like this person didn't give you what it was that you deserved, or take responsibility for their part of anything. What did this person do to you? Why is that Six of Pentacles here? That's also Libra and Taurus, by the way. Page of Cups. Another page. The Fool in reverse is at the bottom. I think you feel like this person played on your generosity. I think you feel like this person played on your generosity. Where do you stand with this person at this time? This is where you stand with this person at this time. The Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy there. This is you holding back emotionally. Protecting yourself even more so than you were. The Wheel of Fortune is like, in reverse, it's like an unfortunate event. Like the way things worked out is unfortunate. But you're trying not to emotionally attach yourself to any of it, or try to understand. I feel like you're trying to not emotionally connect with the way things did not work out. What's going to happen with this person moving forward? So this person's coming toward you for all the reasons I've already said. What's going to happen here with this person? The Three of Pentacles in the reverse, which is an unwillingness to work together or commit to something. Five of Wands in reverse is going your separate ways. It is making amends, though. And the King of Swords in reverse. Honestly, I don't feel like this person's going to be really too thrilled about the way that this plays out. I feel like what happens here is perhaps maybe there is this understanding and kind of like a restart, but it's, I say restart, but it's more of a recovery, so something's not completely lost in some aspect. But I feel like after that's the case, there's no effort here. It's almost like you'll reconcile or you'll forgive, with that Three of Swords in reverse. But you don't continue this. You don't reconcile. You don't work together. You don't commit to anything. you're not as involved, you're not as open. Resolve is here, but that's it. It's like that Three of Pentacles in the reverse, that Five of Wands, and that King of Swords. Why the King of Swords, though? What is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse? The Four of Wands, yeah. So there's this like making peace with certain things, but there is no, like, basically making peace with this isn't going to work. Understanding why it didn't work. And then kind of going your separate ways here with this Five of Wands, making amends and going your separate ways. The Ace of Pentacles, starting over, okay, we have this understanding here. We have something that we can at least ground into the circumstances of what happened, and then we can move forward. But why is that King of Swords in the reverse? I don't like that. The King of Swords in reverse is not a good energy. It's very arrogant and my way or the highway kind of a feeling. So, Temperance. Honestly, guys, I'm just going to be straightforward. I feel like this person's going to feel like they got what they wanted. They're very arrogant about it, though. It's like that Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Aquarius is there too. I don't feel like this person's actually truly fixed anything. It's just prolonged the emotions for a later time. That's all. Which may be what they wanted. I don't know. It's like making peace with something for right now. But it's almost like I feel like you are more, it is what it is kind of feeling. You know what I mean? Like, because you've been hurt so much. And you're not trying to emotionally attach yourself. Eight of Cups is emotional attachment in reverse. It's like you're not trying to emotionally attach yourself to anything that this person tells you that they're going to do or how something's going to be or whatever they say. You're in a very... Can you describe your energy here? It's like a feeling of like numb. What is your energy here? Yeah, Nine of Swords. It's almost like you just don't want to have to think about this anymore. Ace of Wands in reverse. You just don't want to have to think about this anymore. You don't want to have to worry about another cycle with this person. It's the Two of Swords. You just want to block it out. I think that you've been hurt. The Ace of Swords is here. And the Queen of Pentacles. You're in the Lovers. You may still feel the connection here with this person. Gemini energy. The Eight of Swords. But why? You know? You may still very much love this person, feel this connection with this person. You feel the perfect match with this person. You feel it. You feel the compatibility. You feel the chemistry. But it doesn't matter. You know, with the circumstances and everything that's here, you know, if you get emotionally attached to the situation, it never works out. It never comes together. You always end up hurt. So you're basically blocking yourself from this. I don't feel like that's necessarily what you want to do. I think you realize it's something that you have to do. So you're holding back emotionally, almost to numbing yourself in this experience. You're just trying to stay grounded, and you're just trying to be logical. And there's Three Swords here, and that's why. You're not trying to fall into the depths of how you really feel, like how you care about this person or the love that you have for them, the unconditional love that you have for them. You're trying to like Just be grounded, protect yourself, be logical, be smart, take the information that you have and not see this as a new opportunity or a new spark or a renewal or anything like that. You're just basically blocking yourself off from thinking that way. Because why is that? Well, the Five of Pentacles in reverse. You don't want to have to get yourself out of that feeling again. This person always makes you feel like either you're not enough or the situation's not enough. You always feel lack with this person in some way, shape, or form. Even when it comes to yourself, you know, like not being worthy in some way, or they make you feel self-conscious or something. You know, there's always something like that, and it's like you don't want to feel that way anymore. You may feel like you have a hard time explaining yourself to this person, or they just don't understand, and you just don't want to. I don't feel like you want to deal with that, like with anybody. Okay, what would this person say to you if they could say anything? It's a long reading, y'all. Look, I'm waiting for an apology. I do feel like this person feels that, I'm just going to put this out there. I do feel like this person feels, and this is one of the emotions they're hiding here, is they feel wronged in some way, or how, I don't know. There's something here where this person feels like maybe you owe them an apology as well. Maybe they feel like you've gotten something wrong, or you're not seeing something correct. You know what I mean? I've been here before with others. This person may compare you to other people that they have been in circumstances with. And you know what's funny about that is you can be in a relationship with someone where you're totally different from the people that they've been with before. You're either more aware, you don't act the same way, you don't think the same way, you don't feel the same way. But that person can be like, oh, you're just like everybody else. And you know good and damn well you're not like anybody else that they've been with. And you realize at a point where, do you think that person's understanding where their pattern is? Or do you think they're just blaming the other person continuously? Because I'm telling you, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you start to be like, oh, this person's just like the last one, they're just like the last one, they're just like the last one. That's not every person you meet. That's your pattern. There's something that you're saying, doing, acting. There's something that's there within you that's causing you to relive the same experience over and over. And this may be somebody here that is, I've been here before with others. Like there's just kind of, they may tell you that a lot. I've experienced this kind of thing before. And you may be like, I'm not anything like what your ex was like. What are you talking about? It's like that kind of thing. I'm not available. That's for sure. I'm becoming a better person. Too bad you're not going to see that. You're too bad. Hopefully they become a better person for what they did have done to you. Now I'm just going to be a smartass at this point. I wish I could share my good news with you. I wish things could be different. This is somebody that wants you to be happy with them, happy for them, because that would make them feel like if you're happy for them, then you care about them. And then that would make them feel better and they can just move forward. They don't have to address anything that they've done to you, really. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. I am not available. Something may be getting in the way or have gotten in the way of this relationship. I know that you're watching me. So this is someone that may feel like you're watching them or keeping tabs on them in some kind of way. Even if you're not, they may feel that way. I lost myself for a little while. I do feel like this person did go into some sort of perhaps hermit energy because you had it there with the Ace of Cups. So they feel like they've done enough introspection to have an understanding of certain things. Okay, let's get some advice and close since y'all's reading was terribly long. Okay. What advice do you have? Retrograde. Welcome to retrograde. Every time I think about that, welcome to retrograde, that song, Welcome to the Jungle, starts playing in my head. I don't think that's a coincidence. Okay. You know, it's funny, that movie, Selena, and like it's the, you know, movie that's played out by Jennifer Lopez. That's who it is, right? Anyway, and she meets that guy in that movie that's like not good for her really, but he cleans up, and he cleans up really good, and then like he's doing really good, and then one night he doesn't feel good enough like for her because of I think some stuff her dad said. I haven't seen that movie in forever, so I don't know, but he ends up trashing the hotel room, and it comes down to like him not feeling good enough, like, but she didn't deserve like any of that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why that's coming to mind, but that song is playing in the background when they're like trashing that hotel room. But it had nothing to do with her really. It was about him and his insecurities. So it's like he sabotaged, you know, that. So weird. I haven't thought about that movie in forever. What advice? Okay. Take a risk, number 25. Overcome the fear of taking a risk, and your bravery will be met with reward. Let your intuition guide you. One more. Early stages. I'm telling you, someone is like figuring things out, you know? Number 67. You're still in the early stages of growth, but the long-term outlook is strong if you keep nurturing and engaging your talents. I feel like that's your person's advice. I mean, these roles can always be switched too, you know, even in these types of readings. Gosh, I hope not. That's super triggering for somebody. What advice do you have? It's time to play, the number 17. 17 is the Aquarius energy. It's the star in tarot. So you're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. I don't know why this just popped in my head, but if you can go on a hike, take one. Because that's what just popped in my head, going on a hike. Actually, that makes me sound like that's a lot of fun. I might want to do that. Go on a hike. Something to do with maybe getting in nature, like reconnecting, you know. Reconnecting with nature, reconnecting with in yourself, in solitude, in the world, not just closed off in your home, but actually like grounding yourself and bringing yourself back to your center. I feel like hiking is a great way to do that. Not listening to any music or anything. It's just the sound of nature, you know? Anyway, might make you feel better. We have be a nice human. Feeling good like I should. Go crazy, go stupid. You have the palm trees. So again, like connecting with nature, but you know, maybe if you live close to a beach, that could be it. Walking on a beach or something, but vacation, getting away, that might be helpful to get away. You have the balloons. So a celebration. There may be some sort of birthday. When this comes around, when this person comes around, there may be some sort of birthday. Something to do with a birthday coming up or somebody's birthday or something like that. Okay, we have R, D, B, H, Z, X, I, X. There's 3 X's here, which, despite the other meaning, it makes me feel like 3X, 3 strikes and you're out, you know. We have F, if, Z, C, V, H, T, E, and another C. Okay. I'm gonna leave you here. So thanks so much, guys, for being here. Thanks for all y'all's love and support and kindness, as always. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.